We will redo the stream and post it later. Okay, so welcome. That's just a little announcement. So if you hear lightning and thunder in it, it's okay. We're fine. We're okay. Today we're going to be doing our grilled panini. I pronounced it right. I'm so terrible with words. And we're also doing our strawberry spinach salad. And look at these strawberries. Aren't they delicious? Yep. Oh man, that is sweet. And next week we will be doing the bulgogi bowls and Korean potato pancakes. And we will be doing both beef and tofu for those of you that eat meat and those of you that don't. So that's what you're going to be looking forward to cooking. I want to thank all of our new followers from this last week. I don't have your names because I can't really tell who the names are. I don't know why it doesn't let me see. Anyway, I can't see who it is. But thank you to all of you, and I hope that more of you will start joining us and subscribing. Also, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that would really be appreciated. I have started out putting out a lot more shorts. I try to put one out each day, and in those will have recipes, short recipes. Like for tonight, I did the poppy seed dressing that goes on our salad we're making. So those are going to be up there, and you can see those so that if you want to make some of those things, you can. So shall we get started? Oh, guys, we got flags. I love flags. They're cute. But today is Flag Day. And so that's why I have all these little cute flags up here. I'm going to move them aside because I don't want to get stuff all over them. For those of you who don't know, Flag Day has been around, well, 1977 is when they approved the first flag design. And they also, let me set this to the side over here. I'm going to move this over and heat this up. This is our press, and I want it to start heating up. So it takes a while. So I'm going to set it to the side. But the Flag Day didn't come about for quite a while after that. So in 1916, President Woodrow Wilson. Whoa, let me make a bunch of noise. I should have opened this beforehand. I didn't realize how noisy it was going to be. Set up the Flag Day. However, it did not become a holiday until 1949. So that's your little history lesson for today's lovely Flag Day. Okay, so we're supposed to put about 6 ounces of spinach. And I'm going to tell you guys, 6 ounces of spinach is a lot of spinach. This is 11 ounces here. So we're going to put a little over half in here. I feel like you can put as much or as little as you want. And I like to look because no matter whether you buy it fresh, like I just bought this morning, and it's been cleaned and everything, there's still going to be pieces in there. So I don't know how much that is, but I feel like that's close enough to 6 ounces for my taste. So I'm going to put this aside. And this is a really easy summer salad. It's also great to take to cookouts and things like that. You will be the star of the show. So we're going to take, we have to have a cucumber, a red onion, and we're only going to use about half of this red onion. Actually, maybe not even that much, maybe just a quarter of it. We don't want too much red onion. You don't want it to overtake it. I like to thin slice it into rings. You can do it into wedges too if you want, but I prefer rings. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of it because we can use some of this for our sandwiches. So I'm going to take about 1/4 of this. The rest of it I'm going to put it over here on our tray for our sandwiches for later. And then you're just going to drop it over it. This is such an easy salad, and people will think you worked hours on it when you really didn't. You just, threw some stuff together. And that's, my friends, is a way to cook. The best cooking looks difficult, but it's easy. Okay, so just take a cucumber. I'm using an English cucumber. I prefer English because their skins are always nice and tender, and slice it up. If you want it to be pretty and fancy, you can score it and then slice it up. I personally don't care.
What is scoring?
Scoring is a thing that you do. Hold on, I gotta find my scoring tool. Take a quick break second. Let me see if I can find it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So this is a scoring tool or a zester. And what you're going to do is you go like this. You go like this. And this is called scoring. There's other things out there that you can score with. You can score with a fork. Your grandmother probably did it that way. And just makes lines. And then.
Did you just use the potato peeler?
No.
Why not?
Because it's too wide. And then you just do it like this. And you slice it up. And see how pretty those are. Look at that, guys. That's why you score it. So this, we'll do them side by side. And you can kind of see the difference between the ones that are scored and the ones that aren't. So if you score it, it makes a really pretty design. Like I said, you can use a fork. This is a zester. It has a little scoring tool on it. Something like that. Something small like that. There's some knives that have a tool, have a thing on them where you can score too. So I prefer that tool because it only goes so deep. I like it when I'm new. I use it on oranges and limes and stuff if I'm doing like a fancy drink. So that's what it means to score. So we're going to spread these over, throw these on there. Look, guys, look how hard this has been. I mean, seriously. Now, the next thing we need to do is 2 cups of strawberries. And we are going to do these quartered. Now, you need to, there's some things about strawberries. Let me have another bite. Yeah, I got energy now. Strawberries are like a sponge. If you put this baby in water, it's going to soak it all up. So, I brush mine off. Or you can do this under the water and just kind of like splash some water on it and then dry it. You cannot let them sit in it, so because they will become soggy, and then when you cut them, they will release the water. Don't do that, okay? There is some ways to make your strawberries last longer. I just bought these today, but they have spots on them. So you can put a mixture of 1 part vinegar, 1 part water, dunk your strawberries in for like a couple seconds. Take them out, drain them, dry them, put them in a container with a lid over the top of them, but not sealed, okay, completely covered, and they will keep up to a week in the refrigerator that way. So, guys, firm fruit is better than soggy fruit, so don't let them soak in water. Don't run water over them, okay? Also, do not put your strawberries in the refrigerator next to your apples because they put off ethylene gas, which will cause them to rot. Okay, so now that we know how to protect our strawberries, make them last longer, not a problem at my house. These will get eaten. So this is a core. You can use it to core tomatoes, or as you can see.
Put it down from the cutting board so I can see.
Okay, let me show you on another one. We're going to quarter this guy first. Throw them in here. So this is our core. And you just go in, you take your little leaves and pull them up. And this is what you use for tomatoes. I'm going to show you on a tomato too. And you go like this. And it cores it out. Nice and hollows it out without getting everything out. Because I'll show you trying to do it with a knife. See what it looks like? You lose, look how much strawberry you lose. This guy is much better. So we'll quarter them up here. I've already done a bunch of these beforehand. So let's do a couple more. I feel like you can never have too many strawberries. Also, I will tell you guys that I personally was very, and let me repeat, very against mixing vegetables and fruit. Do not like it. But somebody made me try this salad. And guys, I am hooked. So this salad, now we're at the point where we're ready to toss the dressing, and then we're ready to put the almonds on top. That is done immediately before serving. So we're going to set it aside. But you can see how easy and how beautiful is this? You could even throw a couple blueberries in there and take it to your 4th of July party. So I'm going to sit, where am I going to put this baby? Guess I'm going to sit it behind me for right now. Now that I choke myself up. Okay, let's get rid of those holes and move on. Yes, I have a lot of fun tools. I love kitchen tools. I collect antique kitchen tools. It's fun to try to find ones that match the ones from yesteryear to this year. Okay, so we're going to make panini sandwiches, and I have a press here. This is what the press looks like. You can also do it on a griddle, but I highly recommend one of these. Huh? Yes, preheat it. I have it heating right now, okay? Now, on the shorts, I made ahead of time, I had made this garlic olive oil with the emulsion blender. So if you want to see how to do it, this is what we use on the outside of our bread when we use the thing. This is one of my family's favorite sandwiches. 1, because they get to build their own, and 2, because they're delicious. Okay, so we have a tray here where we're going to be adding stuff to. I've already put the onions on. And so I just put a bunch of stuff out so that everybody can kind of choose what they want to put on their sandwich. And at the end here, my daughter Izetta, also my producer, she's going to build her sandwich. So these are sun-dried tomatoes. They're very popular in my family. So we're going to add those on there. We're also going to put some spinach, which goes very well in, because this is like lettuce for your sandwich. But you don't want to put lettuce in a hot sandwich. That would never, ever work. So we got, oops, there I go, throwing things. I'm terrible about throwing things. And then we're going to add some artichokes, because who doesn't like an artichoke? I don't cut these up because then I let the family, like my husband, he likes an antipasta salad sandwich. And so he chops his pepperoncinis and stuff up together. And so he likes them minced. Some of us like it sliced. So I kind of just only have it prepped a little bit so that it's more of a bar and people can make their own. So we're going to also do an avocado. Now, I had showed you guys how to cut an avocado to take the seed out without having to hurt yourself. This is the only way you can do it for the sandwiches that we're doing. So I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to carefully peel off because I want this to stay whole. I want the half to stay whole. So if you grab a hold of it and don't get the meat, try not to get the meat, and just peel towards you, it will come off. And there you go. Then you can take your knife and thinly slice it. And that way, see, we have slices that will go on our sandwiches. So I do like to have some avocado because nobody builds the same sandwich twice in this family, except for probably Izetta. She's more picky about sandwiches, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody can have their own preference. We always have a selection of deli meat for people to choose from. And we also have a selection of cheeses. We usually have buffalo cheese, provolone, and cheddar, sharp cheddar. And then there's always others in the refrigerator people can choose from. So we're going to add some pepperoncinis to our tray. This also gives them an opportunity to kind of dry before people come in and make their sandwich so they don't have a lot of juice in them by setting them out on a tray. So, and it just makes it easier because everything doesn't get mixed together, and then you can, people can choose what they want. So here's our tomatoes. Let me get rid of my avocado trash. And I love these little guys, especially for this. And as you're going to see, we're going to take this, you just go in like this, takes the stem right out. But I don't think this tomato's any good, so I'm going to trash it. Sorry, guys. I'm very picky about my produce. Okay, that one's better. Okay, so we're going to slice it. And you notice I kind of stick the point of my knife in, and that gives it opportunity to pierce the skin so that I can go on down and keep slicing. You can also use a serrated bread knife to do it, but if you're not using that, that's the best way to keep from crushing it. Otherwise, you're going to crush your tomato on down. So if you pierce the skin, then it can go through, straight on through. So that's the easiest way to cut your tomato without smashing it into oblivion. There's our tomato. Since there's only 4 of us, you notice I won't be putting a whole lot of stuff on there. I'm not putting a ton of everything. Now this is our fresh buffalo cheese. Let me clean off my board here. I'm not sure, can they see this here? Yeah. Okay, so I didn't buy sliced because we experienced last time when I bought the pre-sliced, it was too thick. So I'm going to try to slice it thinner. Like I said, try. I don't know how good this is going to turn out. It's not too bad. So basically, you just kind of have to saw through it. You don't want to just press down because it will just smash. Kind of like a tomato, guys. It's very, very soft. So I did not realize this was going to be such a quick stream. I also wanted to remind everybody that Father's Day is coming up on Sunday. Everybody has fathers. Make sure you honor them. Father's Day was, I looked into it because I was kind of interested about it. I was like, how did Father's Day come about? And what's the deal with that? Well, this lady who lived in Spokane, Washington at the YMCA, she, in 1910, her name was Sonora Smart Dodd, wanted to celebrate her dad on June 19th, 1910, because he was a Civil War veteran. He was also a single parent, and he had raised 6 kids by himself. I'm like, holy smacks. Anyway, so that's what she did. It wasn't until 1972, 58 years after Mother's Day became a holiday, that meant Father's Day actually became a national holiday, which I didn't realize that Mother's Day existed for so long before Father's Day came around. That was a very interesting fact. So I maybe shouldn't have said that, because now the dads are going to be like, yo, you guys got presidents for 58 years longer than we did. So anyway, I just thought it was an interesting fact about how that came about. There's some other stories out there about how Father's Day came about, but that one that I just told you is the most common. And this is working out better than I thought. So if you had a wire, or like because sometimes like you have like a cooking wire, you can cut it with that also, which makes it really easy. Okay. Now, let's talk about the breads that you use. Oh, I also I like to keep a basil plant, so I'll keep this spot out here, and then anyone that wants to put basil on their sandwich can. Bread. It's not, the bread for these sandwiches, you got to be kind of picky. So I have here a sourdough and oh, sorry guys. We have a sourdough and a rosemary garlic. These breads, let me open them up and show you. You need a firm, solid bread. See how this is? Very firm. Whereas like a sandwich bread is not, that you buy from a sandwich. And this is the garlic. This is the sourdough. See how firm they are? So it needs to be a really firm dough, almost like what I would call a crusty dough. A crusty bread, to be able to make these sandwiches. You cannot use the softer breads because they will just mush down, and you don't want that to happen. So these are the breads that I have for my family to use to make their sandwiches tonight. And we're going to let Izetta come over and make her sandwich, and then I'm gonna put it in the press. And I'm gonna show you the steps to boiling it and getting it in without ending up with the whole thing on the floor. Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay, so she's gonna come pick her bread. I'm gonna lay bets on sourdough. Sourdough or rosemary garlic?
I think. I don't know.
It's a struggle.
Maybe I'll have a second one with the rosemary garlic.
Okay, so she's gonna get her bread here. She's gonna open it up. And she's gonna get.
Like, wait, do I do that?
No, that goes on the outside.
I'm like forgetting how to make a sandwich all the time.
She's on camera. And how does
Didn't
she?
we have shredded cheese or something last time?
Yeah, we had shredded mozzarella. I didn't get that out. I'll go get it. You put the regular mozzarella down, the buffalo cheese down first. Huh? Actually, we had Monterey Jack.
Oh yeah, that's Monterey Jack.
Okay, here's your Monterey Jack.
And then I did spinach.
Yep.
Was that all it was?
Yeah, just
Such a simple sandwich. It was so good.
She's a very simple sandwich builder. She does just cheese.
Oh yeah, you didn't put any meat or anything on.
Oh, I have. Oh, sorry.
I mean, I'm not gonna put any meat on my sandwich, but you didn't finish doing your stuff.
Oh yes. Well, so we have some turkey, which is not going to fit. All the meats aren't going to fit on there. Let me get another platter for the meat, guys, while she's building.
That will be good.
So it's important, as you see, to have cheese on both sides of your bread where they come in contact. It helps keep your ingredients together in your sandwich. Okay, so now you put the top on it. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put oil on this one side, because this side is what's going to go down onto the press. Yeah, she's done. I'm going to show you the rest. She needs to get back to production. Oh, thanks, Dal. Okay, so you're going to open your press and take your sandwich that you've oiled and turn it upside down like this. Do not touch it. It is extremely hot. Oil the other side. And experience has taught me, use a spatula to hold your sandwich in place while you put the press down, then press down. Otherwise, it has a tendency to slide out and end out up in front of your press. And if it's on the edge of the counter, that means the floor. So I suggest against it. And it just depends. Takes a few minutes here to get this to go. So while that's going, I'm gonna remind you that next week is bulgogi bowls and Korean pancakes, potato pancakes, and to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that, and share it with your friends and have them subscribe. Also, I would like to encourage you to email me at fromscratchwithkathy@gmail.com with any ideas of any recipes that you would like to see. I would also really like, in August, I want to do some recipes from the 1800s or the early 1900s, but I can't really decide on any. So if someone would like to email me a recipe with a picture from an old family cookbook and the name of the cookbook and everything, I'd really appreciate it, and we will feature that. I love to make recipes I've never made before, and we'll see what happens. Let's check this guy. Almost there. Also, I do recommend putting some paper towel down in front of it because it does leak oil out from underneath of it. Yes, but I don't like the George Foreman. I like this. I've had several of these machines, and this is my favorite. This one is Bell. Forget it. It's in French. I can't pronounce it. I can't even speak English, guys. Why could I do that? Okay, while it's doing that, let's finish our salad. Oh, here's our meats. We have turkey, ham, pepperoni, and salami that we let people choose from today. Yeah, you could have. Plus, I have some provolone cheese here for people to use. Okay, so let's finish off our salad. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our salad dressing, which I mixed up earlier in the shorts. Going to whisk it because, yes, it separates. Give it a little whiskey whisk. Takes a lot longer you think. Now, you can do, like I said, on top of the stove on a griddle. Just make sure you have the temperature right so you do not burn the sandwich before it heats through. We're going to drizzle this. You need to do this right before you're eating. Then you're going to toss it so everything is well coated. Because if you do it too soon, your salad will be soggy, and you don't want soggy. Once again, that word soggy, I really don't like soggy. That word really bothers me. But I don't like soggy food at all. I don't like soggy sandwiches. I don't like soggy nothing. I don't like soggy shoes, soggy nothing. Just, you get the picture. Okay, so it's nice and mixed in. Then we're going to take some toasted almonds and sprinkle on the top. About 1/4 of a cup. Actually more because I like almonds on my salad. So we'll put our tongs together. And this is our strawberry spinach salad, which I will assure you that Izetta will not eat. So it's not going to be on her plate, guys. Just not. Let's check her sandwich. It's almost there. And look at these cute little, I tried to find regular plates, but I couldn't where it was, so I got paper plates. Look at their little flag plates to remind us of Flag Day. So excited. What else? Also, I appreciate you guys' comments on my YouTube, also on my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter account. You can find me in all those places. Not Twitter, TikTok. Yes, I'm still learning TikTok, guys, so bear with me. It's been a joyride.
Yeah, tell them like you edited your own videos.
Oh, this week I have started learning to edit my own videos. So if they don't look as professional as before, that's because my daughter, who does it for a living, has taught me to do it. And I'm doing my own now. Okay, so her sandwich is ready. Look at that beautiful thing. Do not try to pick it up with your hands. Put it on your plate. Look at that. Look at that baby. Now take a knife. Cut her in half. Actually, I think you should probably have a bread knife. It would be much easier. Close it down so it stays hot. And of course, I did not get my bread knife out. That would be too... Here it is. Ooh, it's hot. Hot, hot, caliente. Probably should have. Note to self. Guys, this is the sandwich. Isn't it look delicious? Let me smell. I promise not to sneeze on it. Oh, smells good, looks good. Guys, get your stuff together. Make yourself a panini. Panini sandwich, and get yourself some strawberry spinach salad. Strawberries are just coming in season, and you can start picking them yourself. Got to get that salad. Make sure you eat as much as you can while you can get good fresh salad. good fresh strawberries. Thanks for joining me in my hot mess, and always delicious. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next week for a wonderful Korean bowl, which our family loves. And it will be a little longer stream, guys. So buckle up. See you then.